Welcome to the morning after on this Good Friday holiday edition as the Winnipeg Jets losing streak hits 5. Now, first and foremost, obviously not at this time of year, no one wants to be losing 5 straight. And every pessimistic take of what this all means for the Winnipeg Jets in the first round, totally valid. Totally valid. They have 9 games left to fix their special teams, especially the atrocious power play, to hope someone in the organization hops Rick Bowness up on whatever they give Biden on good weeks where he's actually sane for a little bit. Because Rick Bowness has lost the entire plot of this team. That's the reality of what's going on. The conversation isn't about who they are playing in the first round. It's how they are going to overcome stubborn old Rick Bowness and what he's done to this roster. We'll get into that towards the end of this, though. Because, despite it being their 5th straight loss, I actually think this was another positive step in building back for the playoffs. This is their 3rd straight game where they took another step. Because if we're being honest, as much as the loss sucks, this was a 2-1 game with 2 empty netters in which the Winnipeg Jets outplayed the Vegas Golden Knights for the bulk of this game. Going 0-for-5 on a power play, losing another power play late in the 3rd due to a Mark Scheifele instigator and getting tossed after a Nick Hague hit to the head on Vlad Nemestikov. The Winnipeg Jets power play let them down. It's that simple. Ehlers misses that empty net off to the side. The other unit barely gets anything set up. I mean, how do you possibly have not one, but 2 in the calendar year of 2024, 1-for-20+ streaks on an NHL power play for a team that expects to compete in the playoffs? You just can't do it. You can't do it. I thought this was a good night for DeMello Morrissey. Thought this was a good night for the Monahan Ehlers Toffoli line, who gets the Jets' only goal off another Nick Ehlers shot and Sean Monahan tip. Adam Lowry went toe-to-toe with Jack Eichel most of this game. And the ice may have slightly been in Vegas' favor, but I think you'll take that. The Winnipeg Jets shutdown line created some offense themselves in this one. And I'm at the point I don't think we appreciate Adam Lowry's season as much as we probably should. He's been a consistent driver on this team. And that's what you want to see from your captain. Could use a little more offense, of course, but with what's going on elsewhere on the roster, hard to be mad at what you're getting there. Logan Stanley has apparently embraced the role as being a fighter who scraps our boy, Keegan Colasar, first shift of the game. I mean, I thought Samberg kind of struggled on his off wing for a lot of that night too. And then you saw Rick Bowness chase the Vegas Golden Knights with a Scheifele line matchup with Neil Pionk behind them. I just walked through the other day why you can't have Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, and Neil Pionk on the ice together. It does not work. All 3 are so poor defensively, it creates havoc and a mess the wrong way. Rick Bowness continues to go to the gambling table and bet on these 2 to carry him to the promised land. And guess what? It's not going to work. It's never worked. It's never been good enough. And this is what it looks like over the last 4 games. Here's last night by the numbers. Who's the one line that got hemmed in all fucking night? Oh, hey, Edmonton. Who's the one line that absolutely, well, 2 lines suck, but who was the one line that couldn't fucking do anything? Might want to put Vlad Nemestikov on there because that's going to change. Oh, hey, shocking, against the Islanders. I follow Scheifele Connor. Not that the other lines were that much better. It was a shitty game, but how is this your top line at the bottom every single night in this streak? Oh, hey, they actually got to 40% against New Jersey. Woohoo! Plan the parade. You know, Kenny Rogers has a classic song about this kind of stuff, and Rick Bowness was that guy sitting at the table as the chip leader in January. And he's decided to stick his head up his ass and not address the team's biggest issues. In fact, he resorts on them. When the dealing's done and this team is a first round exit, and he comes out and talks about work ethic in that series, he can fuck off. He can fuck off. He's making a bad bet night after night. I don't care if Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor enjoy cuddling in their free time and they're super close and they just want to play together. As the coach, this enough is enough. The Winnipeg Jets were at the top of the division. And they're now a 500 team since. You cannot win hockey games with a top line. Playing the most minutes, playing the most leveraged minutes. That gets absolutely demolished. Anybody still arguing that Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele should be this team's core top line, all you are is sheeps being led to a slaughter by Farmer Rick. That's all it is at this point. That's all it is. So there's pros to come from this game. They outplayed Vegas at 5-5. But unless this man wakes up, gets hyped up on something, maybe does a psychedelic trip at this point to clear his fucking head, it won't matter. The Winnipeg Jets opponent in the first round is this man right here. We'll see. Another step forward, but until the biggest issues are fixed, and he has shown no willingness to change them, which is hilarious because he clearly sees it's a problem when every 4 periods a new right winger is tried to put up on that line to save them. Every 4 or 5 periods. They are losing in this 5-game streak their minutes at 5-on-5 6-1. 6-1. Remember when this team was chasing a Central Division win and a President's Trophy? Those days are long gone. Wake up, Rick.